Behind-the-scenes secrets, Dylan Wang and Bai Lu's hilarious off-screen pranks during Only for Love. When viewers watched Only for Love, the electrifying chemistry between Dylan Wang and Bai Lu was undeniable. The drama delivered intense passion, heartfelt moments, and plenty of tension-filled stares that set hearts racing. Yet, what many don't know is that behind the cameras, the atmosphere was anything but tense. Instead of icy glares or overly serious rehearsals, Dylan and Bai Lu turned the set into a playground of laughter, pranks, and playful banter. This fictional exploration imagines their behind-the-scenes world, one filled with mischievous tricks, running jokes, and the kind of camaraderie that makes fans love them even more. It all began on a particularly hot day of filming, with the crew sweating under the blazing lights. Bai Lu, always carrying her lemon-infused water, left her bottle on the table between takes. Dylan, spotting the unattended drink, decided to stir things up. While no one was watching, he switched the contents of her water with a salty concoction made by one of the staffers who was in on the joke. When Bai Lu returned, she took a big gulp only to instantly spit it out, coughing and glaring at Dylan, who was laughing uncontrollably from across the set. "Wang he di, you're dead," she shouted, chasing him through the studio while the crew doubled over with laughter. It became the start of their infamous prank war. Bai Lu, clever and witty, wasn't about to let Dylan win so easily. The very next week, she devised her revenge. Knowing Dylan often skimmed his lines right before shooting, she secretly swapped one of his script pages with a fake version. During a romantic confession scene, instead of heartfelt lines about love and destiny, Dylan suddenly found himself reading, "Bai Lu, you are like a steaming hot pot. Spicy, dramatic, and sometimes too much to handle." The director froze. The crew burst into laughter. Dylan blinked at the page, then at Bai Lu, who was covering her mouth to hide her giggles. To his credit, Dylan improvised, continuing the scene with utter seriousness, which only made everyone laugh harder. One of Bai Lu's favorite places to catch Dylan off guard was the makeup chair. He often relaxed there, scrolling through his phone or dozing off. On one occasion, while he napped, Bai Lu convinced the makeup team to add extra eyeliner wings and pink blush on Dylan's cheeks. When he finally woke up and walked onto set, no one said a word, they just quietly filmed his dramatic entrance. Only after noticing the cameraman struggling not to laugh did Dylan realize something was wrong. Catching his reflection in a glass, he let out a dramatic gasp. "Who turned me into a K-pop trainee?" The pranks escalated in creativity. During a break, Dylan received what looked like a heartfelt fan letter slipped into his bag. Excited, he opened it only to read, "Dear Dylan, I've watched you since Meteor Garden, but honestly, Bai Lu steals every scene from you in Only for Love. Don't be jealous, she's just better. Still rooting for you though. Love, your #1 fan, who prefers Bai Lu." As Dylan's face turned red, Bai Lu strolled past, humming casually. "Did you get my letter?" she teased. It was official, the entire crew declared Bai Lu the queen of pranks. One unforgettable day involved Dylan's most serious emotional scene. As the cameras rolled, Dylan poured his heart into his performance, his voice trembling with raw emotion. Just as he reached the climax, a loud meow echoed across the set. Confused, Dylan froze. The director yelled cut. Everyone looked around only to see Bai Lu holding a hidden sound effects button under the table, grinning mischievously. "That's what your crying reminded me of," she teased, dodging a pillow Dylan threw at her. The outtakes later became legendary, circulating in crew group chats for weeks. 6. The food delivery surprise noodles. But Dylan wasn't going down without a fight. On Bai Lu's birthday, he plotted the ultimate revenge, though with a touch of sweetness. During a long night shoot, Dylan secretly ordered multiple food deliveries, each containing Bai Lu's least favorite dishes, overly spicy noodles, durian cake, and bitter melon stir-fry. When they arrived, everyone pretended they were from fans. Bai Lu looked horrified at the spread in front of her. "Who sent me this torture?" she cried, holding her nose at the durian cake. Finally, Dylan presented the real surprise, a giant cake with her favorite strawberries, sparking applause from the crew. Bai Lu laughed, admitting he had won that round. Another long-running joke emerged on set. Since Dylan's role was that of a powerful, serious CEO, Bailu constantly teased him by addressing him as boss in exaggerated ways. "Boss Dylan, do you need me to fetch your coffee?" she'd say, bowing dramatically. "Boss Dylan, should I file your taxes too?" The crew quickly joined in, and soon Dylan couldn't walk anywhere without being greeted as CEO. Though he pretended to be annoyed, he often broke into laughter, unable to keep a straight face. 8. The fake argument clapperboard. During one rehearsal, Dylan and Bailu decided to prank the crew together. Pretending to be in the middle of a heated argument, they raised their voices, with Dylan storming off dramatically while Bailu pretended to fume. The set grew tense. Crew members exchanged worried looks, unsure whether to step in. Just as the assistant director was about to mediate, Dylan and Bailu burst into laughter, high-fiving each other for pulling it off. "Never underestimate our acting skills," Bailu declared proudly. One of the most heartwarming pranks came during a scene requiring Dylan to pull Bailu into a romantic embrace. Instead of letting go after the director yelled cut, Dylan exaggerated the hug, lifting her off the ground and spinning her around while shouting, "She's mine. No reshoots necessary." Bailu laughed so hard she almost fell over when he finally set her down. The moment became a behind-the-scenes favorite, replayed often whenever the cast needed cheering up. While these fictional pranks made the set a joyful place, they also had a deeper impact. Their playful energy created genuine trust and chemistry, which translated beautifully on screen. The laughter they shared off-camera softened the intensity of their roles, allowing them to bring a more natural and heartfelt spark into their performances. Fans often say that what makes Dylan and Bailu special isn't just their looks or acting, it's the way they make everything feel alive, authentic, and full of heart. By building a friendship rooted in laughter, they made Only for Love not only a drama worth watching but also a story fans wished they could peek into behind the scenes. Even after filming wrapped, rumors spread that Dylan and Bailu often reminisced about their prank war during interviews, dropping playful hints about who truly won. While Bailu proudly claimed victory with her script swap and fake fan letter, Dylan countered with his food delivery stunt and hug prank. The truth. Fans know the real winners were the viewers, who not only got an incredible drama but also the priceless gift of watching two stars share such authentic joy. The sticky note invasion memo. It began one sleepy morning when Dylan showed up to set early. Seeing Bailu's dressing room door slightly ajar, he tiptoed in with a pack of neon sticky notes. Within 20 minutes, her entire mirror, chair, and even her slippers were covered with doodles and messages like, "CEO Dylan is watching you. Drink more salty water droplet face with tears of joy. This is Bailu's throne occupied by the prank queen." When Bailu entered, the crew exploded in laughter at her stunned face. Instead of getting mad, she grabbed a marker and added one last note to the mirror. War officially declared. Brace yourself. Bailu didn't waste time striking back. During one of Dylan's nap sessions in the makeup chair, she and the stylists clipped in bright pink, waist-length extensions. To complete the look, they tied his hair into two playful pigtails. When Dylan finally woke up and walked towards set, no one dared to say a word. The director, trying to maintain professionalism, asked him to just walk through the scene casually. Dylan delivered the line, completely unaware of his new look, until Bailu burst out laughing so hard she had tears in her eyes. "Oppa, you look ready for a Sailor Moon reboot," she teased, nearly collapsing from laughter. Dylan's revenge came swift and bold. He conspired with 3 crew members, dressing them as overly dramatic fans with oversized sunglasses, autograph books, and selfie sticks. Right before Bailu's entrance, they swarmed her, shouting things like, "Bailu, can you sign my sock? Do you prefer spicy noodles or Dylan Wang? Say you love CEO Dylan 3 times." The stunned actress tried to play along, but when one fan pulled out a giant poster of Dylan's face and asked her to kiss it, she instantly knew who was behind it. From the corner of the set, Dylan was laughing so hard he nearly fell out of his chair. One day, while filming in a high-rise office building, Bailu spotted the perfect opportunity. With help from a mischievous crew member, she got access to the elevator control panel. When Dylan stepped inside, expecting to head to the lobby, the elevator stopped on every single floor, opening its doors dramatically each time. On the 5th stop, Bai Lu was waiting with a smug smile, holding a sign that read, "Next stop, humiliation." The entire crew watching from the hallway erupted in cheers as Dylan groaned, promising that this was far from over. During a break, Bai Lu got hold of Dylan's phone with the help of a stylist. She changed her contact name to Secret Admirer Redheart Hash and sent him a series of over-the-top messages while he was in the middle of rehearsals. Dylan's phone buzzed non-stop with texts like, "Your eyes shine brighter than durian cake. Every time you breathe, the universe sighs. Marry me, CEO Dylan." When he finally realized Bai Lu was behind it, he laughed so hard he couldn't finish the scene. The crew later teased him, saying, "At least your admirer has good taste." Not to be outdone, Dylan escalated his game. On a day when Bai Lu was scheduled to shoot an emotional crying scene, Dylan arranged for a crew member to place a giant teddy bear on her chair in the dressing room. The catch? Inside the bear was Dylan himself. When Bai Lu walked in, sighing dramatically to prepare for her tearful role, the bear suddenly moved and shouted, "I'll protect you, Bai Lu." She screamed, nearly dropping her script, then burst out laughing so hard she forgot all about crying. "How am I supposed to shoot after this?" she scolded, pointing at Dylan as he wriggled out of the bear costume. Everyone knew Bai Lu loved her instant noodles. One night shoot, while she was busy reviewing lines, Dylan secretly replaced the seasoning packet in her cup with an absurdly spicy chili mix. The moment she took her first bite, her eyes widened, and she chugged 3 bottles of water while glaring daggers at Dylan. "Don't think you'll survive the night," she warned, though her red cheeks had the entire crew in stitches. During downtime, a crew member blasted music on set. Bai Lu, always full of energy, started dancing playfully. Dylan jumped in, turning it into a full-on dance battle. What she didn't know was that Dylan had secretly asked the cameraman to record everything. Later, he edited the footage with dramatic captions like, "Queen of Chaos vs. King of Cringe," and played it on the big monitor during the next day's shoot. Bai Lu shrieked, chasing him across the studio while the crew doubled over laughing. Despite all the teasing, their prank war wasn't just about laughs, it also deepened their bond. On the last day of filming, Bai Lu plotted a final prank. She pretended she had prepared one last embarrassing stunt for Dylan, making him nervous all day. But when he walked into his dressing room, instead of chaos, he found a wall of Polaroid pictures, snapshots of all their funniest moments, including sticky notes, wigs, and even the teddy bear incident. On the mirror was one final sticky note. "Thanks for making this drama unforgettable. Prank Queen signs off, for now." By the end of Only for Love, their behind-the-scenes pranks became as legendary as the drama itself. Cast and crew often joked that the real series wasn't just about corporate romance, it was about 2 stars turning every dull moment into comedy gold. Dylan and Bai Lu proved that even the most intense on-screen chemistry is fueled by laughter off-screen. And while fans swooned over their fiery love story, the crew will always remember them as the prankster duo who could turn any set into a stage for joy. Because sometimes, the best stories aren't scripted, they're the ones told through sticky notes, fake admirers, salty water bottles,